welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have come up on Tuesday.
Here we go.
They'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for their matchup with Phoenix, it's the 8th time they'll take the floor in this fledgling season. They'll be prepared for a tough one there.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've got Skinny. Jackson is out there with the bodyguard. Then there's Lights Out. One of the best defenders of his generation. Tim, do you think Draymond Green will be a surefire Hall of Famer?
Well, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and not to mention a key contributor on 4 Warriors championship teams. Kevin, he will be in the Hall of Fame, no question.
Now, here's Butler. After the miss from Stephen Curry. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Hits it from three-point range.
And when you rate stretch bigs, you have to place Porzingis toward the top of that list. This guy is a pure shooter at 7'3".
Here's Andrews. Here's Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He's focused on Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight, always a big problem for opponents. Coach told me Triple J does the 2 things we all want, hit threes and block shots. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year, so we're talking about one of the toughest guys to game plan for because he's really good at both ends. That's for you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Here's Andrews after the Warriors pick up 3. That's the lead. Goes back up. Hit the tip. It's good on the putback.
Wow, that is just great work, and he got rewarded with that tip-in.
And here's Porzingis. Outside, Green. Back up top. Over Jackson. The bodyguard grabs the board. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Andrews, defended by Butler. Pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lee outside. Happy to see that one go in for a second make in 5 attempts.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Curry kicks to Green. To the paint. Here's Clark. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Such an advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond.
Memphis trailing here. Lee outside. Pass to Andrews. A three-pointer, no good. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Green finds Black. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Out to Lee. And for Porzingis. Warriors with the rebound.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
The kick outside to Butler. Outside, Green. Lets it go from deep. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Yeah, he's a below-average shooter from distance, but when Green is connecting from out there, it really opens up the offense.
Pass to Andrews. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
Now here's Porzingis. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable.
Well, that could take him off the floor. Not what he wanted right there. 2 fouls in the first quarter.
On the wing, Green. Here's Black. Off on the layup. For Memphis, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Got a chance to check out the stats for Jimmy Butler. He's coming off an excellent season. last season put up about 17 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
Coaches love that guy who can provide instant offense off the bench. What a huge asset.
Here's Black. Golden State moving the ball around. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. And Lee pulls it down.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Andrews. And he drives in. Down low. Here's the bodyguard. That shot, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
After 4 seasons in Golden State, Jonathan Kuminga moves on, and he was a guy that they drafted number 7 overall. But after a lengthy free agency saga in which the Warriors and Kuminga exchanged several proposals, and they had several sign and trade discussions, Kuminga lands elsewhere. So his run in Golden State is over. They're losing a good young player. Let's see how they can replenish the cupboard there in Golden State.
Certainly something to watch. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Now here's Jackson. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Andrews. Draymond Green with the rebound. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, the crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
Pass to the bodyguard. That's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Second, the Grizzlies.
And when you look at the numbers from a year ago, they were dominant on the glass. It's a big part of their identity.
Lee with the ball. Black defending. And that one's good. The bodyguard.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
No, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Andrews. Pass to Lee. Here's the bodyguard. Knocks down the 3-ball. The bodyguard's got 7. The Warriors trailing. Now Curry. He really was a guy also who stepped up in that win against the Blazers. Screened by Porzingis. Here's Black. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Pass to Andrews. Offline with his 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's good, 2 points. And that's 10 points for the chosen one.
Excellent court vision there from Green. Someone who can see things develop before they actually happen.
Lee. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here is Butler. No scoring in this one. Porzingis passes to Black. Black at 4. Outside for Curry. From outside, off the mark.
Just enough coverage to block that 3-point attempt.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And Greg, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. On the heel, he's checked in for Green. Podziemski's coming in for Butler. And it's Seth Curry in for Stephen Curry. Jerome with it. He's defended by Podziemski. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most rookie scorers have learned that about him.
No good from outside. Memphis has gone 3 of 6, 50%.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Now Jerome, after the missed 3 from Buddy Hield, shoots. A nice shot by Black. Black's got 14 points for the game. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Here's Andrews. Sinks the triple. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
A nice shot by Black.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Now here's Wells. He has yet to score. Here's Curry. Inside. Right side, Porzingis. It's Curry. That's down on the assist by Porzingis.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Wells. He had a nice open look right there. And 11 points for Skinny.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Warriors at last season's trade deadline swinging the deal for Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry said him signing an extension is big. He's committed for this run. It creates expectations, which I love. We all thrive off of that energy and that kind of environment. We are up for the challenge. Back to you, Kevin.
They're clearly all in. Allie, we thank you very much. And the Grizzlies with possession here after the miss from Buddy Hield. Pass to the bodyguard. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Black. He falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Tries from 7. It's rebounded by Porzingis. To the middle. It's stolen by Aldama. There's the triple. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Warriors on top of 5-3. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They're going with Hield and Butler on the wing. Horford is out there with Green, and it's Curry in at the point. Butler, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Aldama finds Lee over Hield. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Lee.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Outside, Green. Butler up top, covered by Lee. Hield outside. Horford sets a screen for Hield. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Memphis has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Pass to Spencer. Here's Lee outside. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Butler on the wing. Fires the 3. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, if you give Butler room in the corner, he's not going to hesitate to pull the trigger.
And from technical fouls, 10 to flagrant fouls, it always seems like Draymond Green is walking that line and in the crosshairs.
Walking that line or stomping on that line. I don't know what, but it's where he seems to want to live. You love that competitive fire. You just have to make sure it doesn't cross the line where he hurts his team.
But don't you think he knows exactly what he's doing at all times?
He understands most officials don't want to give him that second technical, that's for sure.
Deflects the pass. Here's Hill, and it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor. Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Here's Spencer. Still yet to score. That's the lead. Driving the lane. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
On the wing, Green. Defended by Aldama. Here's Butler. With the block. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Look at Curry. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Ty Jerome. He's another player that shoots it extremely well from outside.
What shooting we saw from them all season. I mean, I'd love to see these guys in a game of horse. They'd probably be draining shots from midcourt.
Now, here's Horford. Still scoreless. Well, they're passing to Horford. And here is Hill. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Lee. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jimmy Butler. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been. They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
And Aldama has it in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They host the Clippers after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Shots good by Lee. Lee's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
And he should thank the T for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Butler against Lee. He with the block. Jerome deciding where to go with it. Butler against Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now here is Horford. And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And that is his 3rd foul of the half. Now they've got to make a tough decision.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
It's tipped. Edey with the steal.
Well, they tried to punch the ball inside right there, but the window closed quickly. That's great defense.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Clock is at 3. Here's Butler. And the Warriors miss again.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Now here's Lee. Last time out he had 38 points. Over to the wing. Jerome against Hield. Jerome. No good. Warriors trail by 4. Hield misses to Green. Here's Butler. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
No good from Lee. Golden State's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Back to Green. On the wing, Hield. No one near Curry as he lets it go. A shot's good on the assist by Horford. Curry's got 5.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. On the floor. Pass to Jackson. Here's Andrews. There's Lee with the 3. Oh, through the foul. Almost hit the three-point bucket. He'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
3 shots.
That free throw from Lee is good. Tim, when you think of the players, which players come to mind as setting the bar for a high basketball IQ?
LeBron James certainly at the top of the list. Nikola Jokic, I would put Luka Doncic in that category as well. IQ means you have the ability to understand defenses and where your 4 teammates are at all times.
And for some it's natural, and for some they probably got to work at it, correct?
You got to work on it, but I think it's critical if you really want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack.
And he makes all 3.
Now here in the second quarter, he's getting to the line. I like the aggressiveness.
Pass to Moody. Now Black. Porzingis with a screen on Jackson. Here's Black. Not 3 off the mark. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Here's Andrews, defended by Moody. Here's the bodyguard. There's the screen, and a wide open look for Lee. Drills it from outside. Lee's got 26.
Well, that's 1 in the first, and now here's his second in this quarter. The defense might want to run him off that line.
Jacks up a 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Well, they gave us great matchups a year ago. Hopefully, that's the case again now.
Here's Andrews. The bodyguard passes to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Launches him. Andrews, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Driving in. Here's Black. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And this is where Jackson feasts. And at times, he's just too overwhelming for the D, which results in the foul.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
And so Jackson nails both of them.
And you love how Jackson Jr. has responded to setbacks and injury in his career. He doesn't get discouraged, just makes him work harder.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. In third, the Grizzlies.
And when you look at their block totals from last year, I really love how this team protected the rim.
Curry looking it over. Porzingis with a screen on Jackson. It's to Porzingis. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
It's a +5 advantage for rebounding after that one. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Black. He's got 22. Curry kicks to Black. They need this. Lee with the steal. They push it up 4-on-3. And Lee with the stuff.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
Here's Andrews. He's got 11. And there it is for him.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Porzingis with a screen on Jackson. Here's Black. Oh, good on the triple.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Andrews. Defended by Moody. Here's Andrews. Stanley saw him score 32. 5 to shoot. Here's Lee. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Lee's got 35.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Black. And the Warriors miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Second chance effort. He lays it in. Black's got 24 points.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. There's Jackson with the 3. Pass to Andrews. Cans it from downtown. Skinny's got 5 points in the quarter.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Black, no good. And so it's Memphis, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Here is Coach Steve Kerr. Your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition, or we got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule. And just for a moment here, I was wondering, if you guys were playing in the league today, which current player would you most like to team up with?
That's tough, Ernie, but I got to pick Wemby. Playing alongside of him, that's just going to be too good to pass up.
Well, I'll tell you what, May 19th, I'm teaming up with the Ant-Man. 1-2 punch, baby.
Very interesting. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Rebounding, clearly an emphasis of theirs coming in. Everyone's bringing the energy and putting in that work.
Gotta appreciate the blue-collar approach.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Well, his activity has set the tone, blocking and altering shots.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Lee. Jaren Jackson is out there with the bodyguard, and they're skinny. Lee kicks to Jackson. Pass to the bodyguard. A three-pointer is right on target. The bodyguard's got 10.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Now here's Green. Back to Curry. A three ball. The bodyguard grabs the board. The bodyguard's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said, one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. Your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, we thank you. And here are the Grizzlies now after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Pass to Lee. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Outside, Porzingis. And it's blocked.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And that one's good. Andrews.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Black. Back to Curry. The tray. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Curry with the steal. Butler on the way. Here's Black. Lee with the steal. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Now here's Butler. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
The Warriors shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
One shot. I'm with you.
And free throw good from Black. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial to that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys, like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we can do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
Now, here's Green. He's got 9. To the inside. There's the one-handed jam.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Here's Andrews. He's got 22. He takes it in. Some solid defense from Butler. The Warriors have gone 4-7 to get things started here in the second half. Black the pass to Porzingis. And here is Curry. Misses the 3.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Pass to Andrews. Out to Lee. Here's Black, covered by Lee. And it's off from three-point range. Shoots over Black. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Lee's got 40 points.
And I bet he wishes they could play this team every night. Things are going great out there offensively.
Timeout called the Warriors.
On Steph Curry. Great showing for him last season. He averaged 24 per clip, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
And that's such a valuable tool for this team. His defense can really shift the momentum.
Butler up top. Here's Black, guarded by Jackson. And the Warriors miss again. For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And that one's good. Andrews.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Down low, intercepted. Going inside, Jackson. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Shooting one.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Memphis?
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game if you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Pass to Curry. Black with it. He has 29. Clock at 6. Outside Butler. Lee with the steal. The finish. And Lee with the stuff.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now, Black. Curry dishes to Black. To halt the run, the bodyguard grabs the board. Grizzlies shooting around 60% of the night. Amazing work offensively so far.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Black with it, guarded by Jackson. And Green slams it in.
Well, that's just an excellent job by Green as the screener. First he sets it, then gets the scoring opportunity.
They set the pick. Here's Lee. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Lee's got 44.
He's been carrying the load on offense in this one, and he might as well keep looking for his shot the way he's been going.
Golden State moving it around. A nice shot by Black.
Well, as a team, they've been coming up short, but his pure scoring mentality as an individual has been unshakable.
Andrews passes to the bodyguard. Lee outside. Shoots over Black. The bodyguard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Black. Rebound by Andrews. Skinny's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Crosses over. Oh, he flew in there.
Wow.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Curry on the wing. Covered by Lee. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis gets to Curry. Lee with the ball. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Some changes for Golden State. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. Buddy Hield comes in for Black. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Butler. Beatty down low. Guarded by Horford. It's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Curry against Lee. And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Hield outside. Green with a screen for Hield. 6 to shoot. Pass to Podziemski. Shoots over Jerome. Shot by Podziemski, no good. The Grizzlies shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Back to Wells. Here's Andrews. There's a good screen. Curry against Jerome. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And we see Brandon Podziemski. He's been a valuable player, Tim, since his first day in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, he's just the type of guy every team can use. He's a winner, high IQ, a hustle player who connects the game, and he can hit shots from deep.
And while we can, here's a look at the teams that have the fastest hands in the league last season. The Warriors, 4th.
You can tell by watching them how much they enjoy playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
And he makes the first. So Horford gets 2. Memphis with the ball. Here's Andrews. He's got 27 to the middle. 1:39 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's the 3-point bomb. Skinny's got 30.
Just give him the ball. This guy is shooting lights out from deep.
Pass to Podziemski. Curry on the wing. Shoots over Aldama. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Hield. Hield's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Andrews. He has 30. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Warriors ball.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connected Cam. Golden State's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Pass to Podziemski. At the elbow, Green. Now here's Hield from downtown. Grizzlies with the rebound. The bodyguard's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. There's a screen by Aldama. We got 28 seconds left in the third. That one doesn't go. Curry wide open, gets the three-point defense. Curry's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Warriors. Here's Andrews. Pass to Aldama. Takes a three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. Way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Right back after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
I just love the way he plays. He does a great job of making everyone around him better.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Brandon Podziemski. Black is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Horford. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. Now here's Curry. Back to Black. No good with the triple. And for Memphis, they're shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
Pass to Butler. Lee with the steal. Here's Spencer. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Black, no good. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. They double him with Horford. Pass to Spencer. Memphis moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And that one is good from Jerome.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Butler over Lee. And it's Butler missing.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Inside. It's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
They are saying it was last touch by Lee. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Butler against Lee. Outside Butler. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got 10 points here in the second half.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Black, guarded by Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Third personal foul.
You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin, believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is, I promise you that.
And Black drops them both. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Here's Jerome. He's defended by Pajemski. Lee outside. Good on the triple. Lee's got 47 points.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Horford the pass to Curry. Here's Black. Horford with the screen on Jackson. Black. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, he was shooting the ball from deep in the first half, but he's come up dry ever since.
Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Golden State.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. The Grizzlies on offense. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Here's Jerome. He's defended by Pajemski. To the paint, Jerome finds Edey. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Now, here's Butler. Three-pointer, Horford. But Grizzlies pull it in. Lee's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Jerome. Back to Lee from outside the arc. Another bucket. Wow!
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Curry dishes to Butler. Horford with the screen on Lee. Bounce pass, Butler. Horford from outside. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Jackson. Over Butler. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
I think everybody in here is in shock. In many ways, their team just hasn't shown up.
Now, here's Butler. Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner, and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now, that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing. Here's Curry. The Grizzlies making the shot. Pass to Black. To end the drought. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Now Butler. Following Jaren Jackson's three-point attempt. It's sent back by Edey. Here's Jerome. He's defended by Pajemski. Curry against Lee. Jackson from long range. Black grabs the board.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the Warriors make some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. Draymond Green comes in for Brandon Podziemski. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Seth Curry. Memphis has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Lee outside. Pass to Andrews. And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
Yeah, and the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out your supporting cast than ever before.
Outside Butler. Porzingis sets the pick for Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
And the Warriors can't hang on to the ball. The Grizzlies shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. On the wing lead, Black defenders.
Shooting 2.
Second personal foul, first team foul. At the line for the Grizzlies, Lee, taking 3 shots.
3 shots. 3 shots.
Free throw good, Lee. Greg, we've had a couple of NBA Cups in the book already. What have you thought of it so far?
A little added excitement and interest early in the regular season, and I'm all for it. Between that and the play-in, I think the NBA's done a great job to kind of make every part of the calendar relevant.
He hits the second from the line. It, and it continues to shoot well from the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Out to the right wing, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
Now here's Porzingis. Green finds Black. 5 to shoot. To stop the run.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Memphis has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Here's Andrews, defended by Butler. Lee, a screen on Butler. Here's Andrews. Lee outside. And again with the rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Black with it, guarded by Jackson. Black, no good.
He's been way off the mark in this second half, just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Lee outside. They set the pick. Pass to the bodyguard. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Now, here's Butler. And here is Green. Trying to get something going, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, that's just sheer toughness right there by Draymond Green. What a finish through that contact.
Pass to Andrews. Off target from three-point range. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Here's Black. Over Lee. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
And the first one drops. And Black drops them both. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Memphis.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Lights Out.
Well, when you notch a triple-double, you affect the game in every way. Just a great game for him tonight.
The Grizzlies on offense, giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Andrews. Good, another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Lights Out.